Hi everyone, it's Anna from Part2 here. Today I wanted to film a video walkthrough for our customized preset tagging rules functionality from Toucan Tags Titles. As always, we are in one of our demo stores. We're actually on the homepage of Toucan Tags Titles, and the whole purpose of today's video is really to kind of showcase to you guys how you can use the customizable preset tagging rules and how powerful and useful these can be for your store. So, as with all other functionalities, we're just going to click proceed, and we're effectively going to be redirected to a page that's the home of all customizable preset rules. What these are in a nutshell is effectively templates, unlike the sort of normal standard set of presets that you can just enable and disable with one click. These are going to be rules where one size fits all doesn't necessarily work, so they're going to require a little bit more customization depending on your individual store's needs. Say for example, underneath the rule you can see, same as with the presets, this is a description of effectively what the rule does in a nutshell. So if the cost per item field is less than $10, it would add the tag low value item. That's not going to be, that's not going to be the case for every store. You might want a low value item tag to be applied if the cost is less than $50. So effectively we've created the logic of the rule so that you can customize this for your own personal store with very, very little edits and very, very small little changes. Just before we actually dive right in and I can show you guys exactly how you can do this, I just want to give you a little bit of an overview, a little bit of a preview of this page and how it's all laid out. So, as you can see, as with the presets effectively, underneath the word rule itself, you get a description of exactly what each individual rule does in a nutshell, an indication of the tag that's going to be applied, a switch designed to enable and respectively disable the rule, a favorite icon, a view icon that's going to give you a more detailed description of exactly how that rule is going to work and what it's designed to do, and finally an edit icon that's going to allow you to kind of move on through the next steps of making the customizations that you need. Just before we dive straight into that, I do want to point out that if for whatever reason these templates are actually perfect for your store and they don't need absolutely any editing or any customization, you can just go ahead and enable these by clicking the switch, same as you can with the presets on or other page of enable preset rules for your store. So let's just assume, however, for the sake of this video, that the rule as it is at the moment isn't suitable and it needs a little bit of customization. So I'm just going to go ahead and disable that. And I'm going to click on the edit icon to get started. As you can see here, we have been redirected to the, sort of home page where we've built the rule itself. This is the logic behind how this rule actually works. This section will allow you to customize the rule that you've selected. The most relevant fields have already been filled in, as you can see. So our advice when using these customizable presets is that you only change the fields that are necessary to make the rule fit for your store. As you can see for this one specifically, the cost per item field, if it's less than the following value, so the number 10, the tag low value item is going to be applied to the products where that requirement is met. And as you can see here, the rule is going to apply those tags to all products where the condition above is met. Now, as you can probably see, some of the fields are grayed out, some of the fields aren't grayed out. The grayed out ones are absolutely essential to the logic of how the rule works. So these are going to be uneditable. You can't change them. You can't modify them in any way, shape or form. The other ones, as you can see, you can very easily select and modify exactly what you want them to be in order to make the customization that you need. For the purpose of the video, let's just say that we want low value item to be applied to products that are worth less than, say, $5, or obviously 5 of any currency that your store works in, basically. Very, very easily. The only field that I'm going to modify, I'm going to leave everything else the same, so I'm just going to modify the number 10 into number 5, and I've made the sort of adjustments required in order for this rule to work for my store. Now let's just also say, for the purpose of this exercise, that I want this low value item tag only to be applied to specific products rather than all of my products. I can very easily change that by going here and selected from the drop down menu. What this is going to open up for us, what this is going to allow us to do, is to filter our products so that the low value item tag is only applied to the products that we want. As you can see, the filtering itself can be done by collection, by title, by vendor, by other previous tags that are already applied, or via manual entry. What manual entry is going to do is going to allow us to actually select very specific from the list of all of our products in our store, just the ones that we actually want. So we really only recommend using manual entry when there's very, very few of them and they're very specific ones. Otherwise, you can filter the products, as you can see, and for the purpose of this exercise, I'm just going to filter by collection. And the collection is going to be Spanish wine. So if I have any wine in my Spanish wine collection where the cost per item is less than $5, the tag low value item is going to actually be applied to it. Now, as you can see, the low value item tag field itself isn't grayed out, which means that it's editable. So if I want to modify this tag and say, for example, I want the words low value instead of low value item, I could very, very easily do that. Once you're done, once you've applied all of the changes that you've made and you've customized the rule so that it fits your store's needs, all you have to do is click Save. This, as you can see, has redirected us now to a new page where we're effectively asked to enter the rule name. Now, the reason why it's important to actually give your rule a name is, well, two reasons really. As you can see here, we have it in brackets. If you don't give this rule a name, an automatic number is effectively applied to the rule. So when you're going through the list of active rules in your store, it's just going to be a random number. But also, it's a useful reminder of what the rule was designed to do. It makes it far easier to actually manage these rules, enable them and disable them when necessary. So in this case, I'm not going to modify the rule name too much. As you can see, it's already been taken from the home page. So I'm just going to modify it just enough so that obviously it reflects the changes that I've made and the customization that I've made. So if the cost per item field is less than $5, add the tag low value. And then 2 products in the Spanish wine collection. So this is a very, very, sort of long name, so to speak, but it explains exactly what I've done, and it reflects all of the edits that I've done. Underneath the rule name field, you can see the rule description. So this is, sort of a summary of the logic that was used in order to create the rule. So I'm just going to show you how that works in just a second. I'm just going to click Save. I'm going to return to homepage. You can now view and manage this rule under your View Stores Rules section of the app. So here it is. If cost per item field is less than $5, add tag low value to products in the Spanish wine collection. So it appears in this list with the sort of name / description that I've entered on the previous page, with an indication of the tag applied, and as with all other rules in this list, a switch that allows you to enable and disable it, a favorite icon, an edit button, a delete button that will disable it and get rid of the rule entirely, and of course the view icon. Once hovering over it, it's going to give you a description of, like I said, the rule logic, so the conditions that you've entered in order to create that rule. And that's sort of everything for your customizable presets. That's how you use them. Again, really, really powerful templates to allow you to activate really, really useful rules that are designed to meet exactly your individual store's needs. So hopefully that all made sense, and thank you very much for watching.